Hello everyone, welcome to another episode here on Oxyotl, episode 27. And basically, yes, now I'm starting to skip a lot of turns. Not too many. I am just about to conquer Arkan. And just wanted to give you, an overview. So what do I have is, in essence, just trying to defeat Clan Moors. I think they only have like that settlement. I don't even think it's theirs. And I think they only have what is in between near Black Crag, for instance. Yeah, 3 settlements, so they have that and another 2. Falls and Nagash have 4. And what I want is just to remind you, I'm going for full map completion. So I want to confederate the Henhawin and Gorok and everything. But yeah, now I have my armies here from Lord Masamundi. He's getting other units. So that's all good. I even send Commodore here to get any goodies from the ocean. And I'm about to get either with less defenders or someone else. I don't know. Who knows? That will be actually later on. But overall, I wanted to demonstrate a little bit how it works. And really, there's no problem whatsoever with, these victories. They're pretty easy. Especially the Lizardmen have great power in auto-resolve as well. Even with Chameleon Kings, I mean, which is surprising. Like, if it was just Temple God, which are armored, and they have a little bit more, yeah. But still, even with a little bit of skinks and some Croxigors, I can do it. And of course, getting as much income as possible. Whenever possible, I do this. I always go 2 armies, against one, just to make sure that, if they retreat, it's fine. I'll just attack and take care of them, on a quick auto-resolve, and that's it. And this allows me just to keep going. The same thing as you have replenishment. If you have the armies, just go for it. Which is why late game it's a lot of auto-resolve. I think I'm going to go under 100 battles fought. Or even under like 70 battles fought in this campaign. Mostly Oxyotl as well has a lot of his own battles for the divisions, which just turn out to be auto-resolves, or you have the ambushes from the old, the ambushes that are created by your building from the Sanctum. That's typically also an auto-resolve. So there's a lot of these small battles or small-scale battles that you'll just likely do that, let alone the ones that you would already do as for your campaign. So still not at war with these guys. 25 turns need to pass before they summon their forces, but yeah, I should be fine and take care of Clan Moors. That should be quite good. But yeah, let me ensure whenever you're in Skaven territory, just, I know it's the final straw, but just make sure that you're not caught in an ambush. So either you ambush yourself trying to hide from them, or you use the Astromancy stance here with the Lizardmen, because that's exactly what the AI can exploit. The AI, if you leave him just a little bit, there's an expression in Portugal, I don't know if there is, like you give him a finger, they take the whole arm. So just make sure that you don't get caught like in forced march towards the enemy territory. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I tried to do like maybe that on Warhammer 1 and it was costly to learn. But now I've learned. So because I've learned, there's no problem. It's amazing that this is episode 27 and I think on episode 28 I'm already going for Ulth 1. So no, but the reason for that is because, of course, like I said, after a long victory, nothing else but to go for the global domination, and I just wanted to showcase a little bit how Confederation would work and how which battles I would like to fight and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get Oxyotl here. I kind of need him around this area because there's going to be later on some fights. I think I'm going to bring him over to Ikit, or will I leave him on the other side? Because on the other side I'm thinking, will Oxyotl need to go towards... Well, there's a lot of greenskins here and vampires, so maybe he needs to go over there to Black Crag. Who knows? I'll see to it. Because one of the things that I'm managing to do with Oxyotl that I don't usually do with some other lords is keeping him on the front lines. You know, keeping him fighting the big bosses so that I can easily defeat. So I'm already getting ready to betray Mother Stankia, which is nice. It's nice. She doesn't seem to have a lot of armies, so I'm going to capture all of this territory. And then once I border Valkia, I'll actually turn on Ulthuan, because it will feel better to go and attack there, and I think it's just much better. So, destroyed the followers of Nagash. That was easy. No, I started like... I remember that battle was turn 121, so 8 turns to destroy them fully, so yeah. Maybe 10 turns, I think. 10 turns to destroy them fully. That was fine. I mean, so far, so good. I really want to take out Ikit Claw and then Ulthuan as well. But Gorok is going over there, so I don't know how it's going to happen. And I do know that I'm going to try and get Confederation with Cult of Sotek. So, of course, I'm Strength rank 1 and Reliability went to low. Because it's no longer very low, then it helps me a lot with these confederations. So now I'm gonna showcase how I typically confederate. Okay, so what I typically see, so that I can at least have one episode where I showcase what I do. So first of all, I think I'm gonna go for buildings, or I'm gonna check just the armies. I have minus 70k. Yeah, so this full army doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem, like I'm just going to deplete it, you know, and disband it. I want to check how many armies and where are there. So this is not my armies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the other one, 7. There we go, and that's the Hen Hawin. Here's some blessed units, and over here there's some blessed units, but it's not the blessed units I would like. Yeah, I'm gonna reset all skill points for him. Yeah, just get that one. There we go. So first, of course, let's check out first the units. There's the possibility of a skull event there on the sea, so maybe not that one. I'm just checking for blessed units, and it doesn't seem to be a lot of them. Yeah, I'm just gonna delete everything here. I know there's a blessed Carnosaur there, but it's kind of fine. So that's one, and it was almost 10k. So I'm gonna have to delete a lot of them. There we go, that was 12k. This one has a few... one blessed unit actually. Did I delete? No, I didn't. Hold on. There's a blessed unit here, but it's not really the stuff that matters me. The chameleon skinks are nice, so I'm gonna hold on to that one, I think. Yeah, or maybe not, maybe not. Let me just delete, because I'm checking the gold all this time, by the way, and I'm seeing, yeah, okay, so this is a full army that can go down. There we go. And there's nothing that they could do to attack very soon, you know? That's why I'm just deleting them. And delete this one. And now this would be acceptable. 963, that will be acceptable. So maybe I can still remain with this force. Do I want that? Maybe those blessed units. Or maybe not. Yeah, I kind of want some income. So yeah, let me just deplete this unit, this army. There we go. This one is going to be fine because it's going to go over there to that skull. Right, and he's gonna merge with this army. So 2 armies, I have 12k in income. That's good, that's okay, that's all nice and dandy. So let's check the buildings and really check. For instance, this is Slanzek, and then we have kayaks. So it doesn't seem like I have anything really there. I need to just double check if there's any specific buildings. Okay, and then I'll just delete all of these buildings to make room for the incomes. Even though on that place, every building with income is done. I need the geometric web, you know, and I just want to make sure that the resource buildings and the specific buildings are done. I think most of them are actually from Gorok, the ones for Illustrious, so yeah. I also need to get the edicts. I didn't mention that on the last episode. So what can I do? Okay, there's no specific buildings here. He didn't skip any resource buildings, which is always nice. I dislike when the AI does that. I kind of want... I have to remember that some of the military buildings, of course, you can focus because they provide you with specific stuff. They provide you with specific hero, you know, and hero capacity. So some of them will keep. I'll delete this one. Or should I? I don't really need that one, actually. I don't need to delete that one. So even if it is a brief overview, just do it on the first turn as soon as you can. Okay, let me check. No specific buildings? No. And this is particularly because I don't have any interest on these buildings, right? Not even the garrison here, because there's no threat, right? There's no threat from the AI at this moment in here, so it's not like I'm going to need absolutely those buildings. And even if you don't do everything on the first turn, it's fine, you know? Okay, there we go. He skipped one from the Chamber of Visions. That's okay. Sentinels of Yeti, no. But that's okay. Replenishment is kind of fine in growth. It's kind of fine. It's not necessary, but it's always one of those situations where you kind of want to have here and there one building for replenishment in case you have to fight there or anything like that. If there's a rebellion, I doubt, but if there's a vision of the old ones, you might as well want a little bit of replenishment. Doesn't hurt. And if there's nothing else better to do, you know, just doesn't matter. Or of course the garrison, same principle. So I can destroy all these buildings to make room for anything that is income. I don't mind getting the garrison there. Let me just destroy this building. Should I destroy this one? Yeah, I don't mind. And I'm going for the research. By the way, the edicts for the research, they're really good for this final stage of the game. In this case, I'm going to go straight up for finishing the tech tree, and that'll be cool. That'll be cool. So, straight up finishing the tech tree, making sure that my units are all in the best grounds. So mentally, what I'm doing is just deciding what are the buildings that I really want and the buildings that can just go out, you know? Typically, for instance, the Pterodon building, the cavalry building, I can destroy them. I don't need too many of those. And I'm just checking, do I have... Yeah, for instance, here I don't have the geometric web building, so yeah, of course I'm going to do that. Any specific buildings? No, he built them all. That's cool. So I can build that. It has the geometric web. That's okay. And yeah, that's typically what I do. Of course, then I would go for the items. But at this point, I'm thinking that I'm going to wait, because it seems like Itza is going to confederate as soon as possible as well. So I might as well wait for that moment. I'm not attacking anyone so far, so yeah. And this is turn 129. Let me skip a little bit. And now Gorok wants to confederate. So time to do it all over again. And this was on turn... Hold on. Yeah, there's a lot of trade that I could get. I don't want that because, like, I'm going to do this one because this is the faction of 3, you know. But I don't want from Ulthuan. I want to be able to betray them without issue. I don't know if I want the alliance with northern provinces. I think so. Like, let me get the alliances with the biggest ones so that I don't have any problems with them. Because if they attack me, it's like an endgame there. So 138 turns. This is close to the end game, and of course it's time to do the same thing. As you can see, we have a lot of armies to destroy, and yeah, I'm already attacking Mother Stankia and doing a lot of damage there. Then it's going to be Ulthuan, so that's cool. You know, you always have kind of like a couple of fronts to do. the very last ones are going to be the high elves and stuff that I have allied initially. So it begins turn 144, Vampiric Ascension, the Walk, and the Black Pyramid. And yeah. Lots of stuff here. I think I have already eliminated Mother Estankia by this point. Yeah. And there we go. So they're getting attrition even, which is kind of interesting. They need to conquer someone, of course. So the greenskins are the biggest problem. And I hope that the fact that they are attacking both of the biggest dudes like Miao Ying and Wissenland, I hope that it can create some issues for them. That's a lot of greenskins, so that's cool. That's cool. I think I can deal with the ones, the Tomb Kings and Manfred in my own lands with just the armies that I have there. And then maybe I'll go and attack someone else. I've managed to get most of the research done because every single tech is like a turn. The reason for that is because I have all edicts put on tech. And you can see that I'm 13k income. So can you imagine if all edicts were for income, I would get maybe 3 to 4 extra armies. And I'm attacking here on Ikit Claw. Yeah, I kind of want to defend on that location so that before I move into Carcassonne. And over here, of course, I'm going to destroy and destroy. I still have a couple of armies nearby just to reinforce that guy. There we go. This is an interesting army because it requires the least amount of redline skills possible. This is like 10, if not mistaken, or 11. So it's really a good army, and it's especially with under Oxyotl because those units have some buffs, some nice buffs. So Clan Moors actually was destroyed, and I'm already just preparing the invasion. I was preparing the invasion of the territories from the Vampire Counts, and I know they just got their Endgame armies, so they're kind of around here. I think it's in a haunted forest or nearby, but it's not gonna matter. I'll be able to. Manfred doesn't have too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, that's okay. I can't remember if I put it on 100 or if this is 100 or 200. I think it's 100 difficulty. Like, because you can put the end game into a harder difficulty if you want. I think at this point I just selected the normal one and selected several scenarios, and that's it. So next episode I'll handle this and showcase how to do big battle, at least one big battle against 4 of those armies. And that'll be interesting, I think. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye bye.